2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the Denver Nuggets. Well, for Denver, they got their season rolling with a nice win in their first game. Now we'll find out if they can build on it and open with back-to-back victories. And taking the floor tonight, someone with a traditional postgame who can also shoot with great range, DeAndre Ayton. Shaq, your thoughts?
I watched this guy play in college, 7-footer with a 7'5" wingspan. Not fast necessarily, but agile, fluid, highly skilled.
What more could you want?
More could you want?
Well, accurate shooter from the field and the free throw line. This guy moves his feet well enough to switch defensively. I love his game.
And now with the tip coming up shortly, time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. It's all about the Western Conference. That's where the action is today as the Denver Nuggets get ready to battle. This game against Phoenix here, it's the first look at the Suns. And last year, they were able to take the edge in the series thanks to some clutch play.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Yeah, Greg, you're right. They're the better team. I mean, they expect to win this matchup. We'll see if they can take care of business tonight.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Okobo and Booker are their backcourt. Warren is out there with Anderson. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Anderson wide open, and a miss there on the triple. And Ryan Anderson out of UC Berkeley entering his second decade in the NBA.
I mean, he's one of the guys that kind of helped popularize the volume three-point shooting big man. He enters the back nine of his career, and he's becoming a bit more of a defensive liability, but that stroke is as pure as ever.
Now here's Ayton, following the miss by Paul Millsap. And the dunk by Booker.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Pass to Ayton. Okobo, he's covered by Murray. Warren kicks to Anderson. And the 3 off target. The Nuggets now on offense. Left side, Porter. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Yeah, just phenomenal at using that vertical on the offensive boards. Porter just gifted at coming up with second and third chance opportunities.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Okobo, he's covered by Murray. They set the pick. Here's Warren. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
The Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Murray kicks to Jokic. Murray left side. Millsap has the open look, and it's off the back rim. No good. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And the shot by Warren, no good.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
And what a summer it was for the Suns. Landed the top pick in the draft, taking Aiden, and brought in some talent through free agency as well. Booker signing that extension solidified a very productive summer for the Suns. Having 2 young players that complement each other so well is huge for an up-and-coming team like the Suns.
That free throw, no good. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Clark, back when you were playing, what were the biggest challenges over the first third of the season you found?
Well, the travel is always a challenge, particularly early in your career, just learning how to manage that. How do you rest? How do you get your work in? How do you stay focused mentally? So the challenge of travel and the details of your craft. And then establishing chemistry with your teammates. We were kind of in transition my first 3 years in Indiana, where we had new players each year. And that's one of the challenges with the team that's struggling to be competitive.
And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Kicks it to Warren. Porter with a block.
Not a lot going his way. Everything he's shooting is just off the mark. I mean, somehow he's got to figure out a way to turn it around.
The shot that time, not on target. The Suns go the other way with it. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And that's one of those games where I just felt the attitude going in was wrong. I think they believed what was being said about them in the press, and that was a game that they just couldn't win.
I'm going to disagree with you here. I don't think it was about lacking confidence in themselves. I just think the talent difference between the teams was too much for them to overcome. He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Suns trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Nuggets have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. And that's a foul called on T.J. Warren. That is his first foul of the game. Jokic passes to Millsap. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Millsap's got his first 2 points of the night.
Hey, when you look at Jokic, forget about calling him a good passing big man. He's a great passer, period.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of blanks there. Can't hit a thing. Has to be deflating.
And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. The Nuggets third.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Okobo, he's covered by Murray. Okobo off the mark, and the drought continues.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
Pass to Warren. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Ayton, the pass to Warren, and stolen by Murray. Here's Jokic, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. Warren against Porter. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play. And remember, T.J. Warren, he averaged 25 a game his second season at NC State. You want to know his role in the NBA? It's quite simple, a professional scorer.
That free throw good from Warren. And with Warren, with kind of an old school approach, Greg, very active with his mid-range game.
And this guy can get buckets around that rim. As he stretches his range, I think he'll only get more and more dangerous.
Here's Murray. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And with the playmaking in Denver's front court, point guard Jamal Murray is free to hunt his shot. Very comfortable playing off the ball.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Move shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And you look at Jamal Murray's assist numbers, he's more like a two-guard.
Well, he's kind of a combo, 6'4", 6'5"-ish, but you can't have enough shooting, and he's got a quick trigger.
And Phoenix making a change here. Cannon's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Warren a screen on Murray. Lob pass to Warren, and it's Warren with the jam.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition switch ignited.
Harris kicks to Jokic. Jokic a screen. For three, Millsap. Rebound by the Suns. And here's Booker. 23 points for him the last game against Dallas. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Leiden's checked in for Denver. Isaiah Thomas comes in for Gary Harris. Now, here's Warren. He's tightly guarded. Shot from free throw range. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Warren's got 9 points.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Jokic a screen. Here's Thomas. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
Great combination of quickness and slick moves near the basket. Thomas more comfortable in the paint than some big guys.
Anderson the screen. Warren the pass to Anderson. Count that bucket. Anderson's got his first 2 points.
Always enjoy solid, good passing. Easily setting up his teammate. Does not get any easier than that.
Here's Thomas. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
Now, here's Warren. It's a 3-point game. Here's Jokic, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And, you know, guys, it's really obvious that Jokic wants to keep getting better. I mean, he's got a lot of tools, and I think the sky's the limit.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Denver?
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
First free throw is good.
And, you know, last year the Denver Nuggets were dominant from behind the arc. I mean, 6th in the league in three-pointers made, 7th in three-point percentage.
Lyles checked in for Paul Millsap. And the Suns here with a different look. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Ayton. Josh Jackson comes in for Anderson. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Warren. And it's Troy Daniels in for Booker. And Clark, for the Nuggets last season, they in general shot pretty well from the field.
Well, you take a look at the rotations they rolled out, Kevin. Always had an outstanding shooter or 2 on the floor and generally employed good shot selection, so that adds up to nice numbers. And I thought he had the space to shoot comfortably there, and disappointed that he missed it.
Leiden kicks to Jokic. Rebounded by Holmes. Suns trail by 5. Here's Jackson. Softly drops in the floater.
Outstanding concentration from Jackson there. I mean, so good at getting into the defense and knocking down these hard-to-make shots.
Now, here's Thomas. Jokic with it. Murray left side. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
Here's the screen. Holmes, that's a screen. Here's Cannon. His last outing, 16 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3, and that one's good. Daniels. Daniels has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Murray kicks to Thomas. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 4 assists now tonight.
Boy, he really loves coming off those screens, and when a teammate sets a good solid pick for Thomas, you know he's going to use it well.
Cannon dishes to Jackson. It's hauled in by Lyles.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Here's Cannon. He's guarded by Thomas. Jackson a screen on Thomas. Here's Cannon. He tries for 3. The rebound by Leiden. 1:36 left in the first quarter.
you know, for Nikola Jokic, I mean, the team is relying on him more and more now, and he's earned that kind of trust, and expectations are big every night. One thing he's got to get better at, though, is not getting down on himself when he makes mistakes. He's got to stay positive.
Free throw, good. Jokic. And talking about Jokic, a fun-loving guy by nature, his teammates are trying to help him stay positive.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes he's his own worst enemy. He gets frustrated, and then things start to unravel on him. His coach said, I don't want him feeling like it's all on him. Can't put that kind of pressure on himself. The message to Jokic, keep it simple. Keep it plain. Don't overthink it.
And Nikola Jokic came late to the game. He actually grew up horse racing. Finally started playing organized hoops at the age of 16. You never know it, though one of the most skilled big men the league has to offer.
The first one falls. And Jokic, Greg, said he was a fat point guard until he got taller.
Well, even now, Kevin, Jokic, not the most chiseled physique, but the point guard background makes sense. His playmaking for a center is off the charts.
Oh, free throw is good from Daniels. We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter of the game. Martin passes to Jokic. Plumlee with the screen. To the inside. Off the screen. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And Jokic is one of the best passing big men in the game. He has a great feel for when to dish the rock.
Earlier, David Aldridge spoke with head coach Igor Kokoshkov. David, what'd you find out?
Thanks, Kevin. He talked about the challenge tonight defensively and going up against a team that can really execute. He said those guys make the most of every possession. They cut to the basket, move the ball well. We have to make them take difficult, contested shots to give ourselves the best chance to win. We know how hard that is to accomplish, Kevin. Back to you.
Great job, David. So they know how dangerous this team can be if they get on a roll.
And that means contesting every single shot. It's going to take a lot of effort on D, but they can't give up those easy baskets.
Without question, you're right on top of it, Greg, because if you do allow this team to get rolling and get into a groove, you can forget about slowing them down.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Jackson misses. Three-pointer, Martin. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew exactly what they wanted to do right there, Greg, and the timing was right on time.
What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for the Denver Nuggets. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. Back to the action after this word. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love. Like, that is the thing I play like when I know 4, 6, 7 years old. I don't know. Like basketball is always in my life. That like I think it's passion. I think it's passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And for the Nuggets, this has been the game they wanted to have.
I think they played great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Exactly. I mean, they've made their presence felt on this end. Excellent job contesting shots so far.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Suns, Jackson is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then there's Isaiah Cannon. Then there's Rashawn Holmes. And it's Daniels in at the 2.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
You know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now, here's Holmes. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Chalk up 2 there. Denver leading by 10. Harris inside. He's covered by Daniels. Here's Barton. And that one comes up a bit short. The Suns have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Jackson. Back to Cannon. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Ariza outside. Holmes, that's a screen. Tries again. No good that time. And the Nuggets going the other way. Right side, Thomas. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Suns. Holmes got his 4th rebound in this one. Ariza with it. Now guarded by Barton. Wiles against Ariza. Holmes, that's a screen. Ariza kicks to Cannon. Clock at 6. They set the pick. Shoots over Barton. It's hauled in by Lyles. The Nuggets leading by 10. Harris, right side. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Having now been a head coach for 5 full years, 2 years with the Kings, 3 with the Nuggets, Malone's had his fill of inexperienced rosters and has done a reasonably good job with them.
Timeout called, the Suns. And it's great to see how Malone's been able to develop these young players.
Yeah, it sure is, because I think the players have a lot of respect for him. They play hard for him, certainly. And they see he's willing to make adjustments. I think he does a nice job adapting his style to his personnel.
A different look for Denver. Millsap comes in for Trey Lyles, and Porter subbed in for Thomas. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Suns trail by 12. Anderson the screen. There's the screen. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Here's Harris. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Ayton.
2 shots,
His improvement each year in the league is impressive. Harris knows his role is to score the ball, and he does it well. You know, Gary Harris coming into the league, I think a lot of people thought he'd just be a Velcro guy. He's a smaller guard who plays with intelligence and great effort, but he's a lot more than that, folks. This guy has a lot of game.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Harris. And talking about Harris, that huge contract extension he signed, it really shows how valued a player he is.
Yeah, he's a two-way guy, Kevin. I mean, he's improved every year. He's got the fundamental foundational skills that I think will lead to a very long career. He's accountable. He's humble. He's a low-maintenance guy.
And Harris drops them both. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. They get a hand on it. Okobo, guarded by Harris. Okobo, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Barton passes to Harris. Millsap inside. He's against Anderson. Good on the bucket. Millsap's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nuggets.
And that trip played out perfectly for them.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Goes up the baseline, and here's Anderson for 3, but they'll get another chance. And he drops it in from the low post.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Barton kicks to Porter. Inside. Booker outside. And it's sent back by Plumlee. They get it back. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. It's going to go on Will Barton. Phoenix shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw good from Warren. The dribble drive has never gone out of style. Still a primary weapon when you think about some of the guys who are best at that. Who comes to mind, Clark?
Man, there are a lot of guys that convert off the bounce at a high level. LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, one of the very best. I don't know if anybody has a handle as sweet as his. Harden. Harden is terrific off the dribble with the drive or the pull-up jump shot. Dennis Schroeder, maybe not of the ilk of those guys, but certainly a handful when he's got the ball in his hands with a live dribble.
Now here's Barton. 14 points from him the last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. And it's Harris off the drive. The wide open look for Plumlee. Open jump shot off the mark. Suns trail by 10. Here's Warren. Here's Ayton. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Harris dishes to Porter. Three-pointer. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Porter's got his second basket of the night.
And you already see the great range, a calling card of Porter's. Even back in high school, shot 47% as a senior.
Now here's Ayton. 11 points for him in that last game against Dallas.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night. And that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
So for the Nuggets, their last game, a win against Los Angeles. Now here is Harris, guarded closely. Puts one up from 19. He doesn't hit that one. And Phoenix the other way now. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his first foul. Murray's checked in for Gary Harris. Suns trail by 11. Booker with it. Now guarded by Murray. No good from Booker.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Stolen by Anderson. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. On Sunday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Tuesday, it'll be the Sacramento Kings coming into town.
Timeout.
And for the matchup with the Lakers, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
And the Suns call time.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of blanks there. Can't hit a thing. Has to be deflating.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Leiden's checked in. Now Booker passes it to Anderson. Okobo. He's covered by Murray. Anderson a screen on Murray. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Here's Millsap. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 5th assist in this one.
He's got the perpetual green light, and Millsap has always been a dead-eye scorer from here.
Anderson the screen. Warren a screen on Murray. Lob pass to Warren. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. A floater, and that one's good. Barton's got 5 points so far.
Well, sprinting up the court aggressively, Barton seizing any opportunity to get scores in these situations.
Warren a screen on Murray. To the paint. Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down again to 13 points with the basket from Anderson.
And that's how you move the basketball. Awesome passing leading to the bucket.
Millsap a screen. Murray the pass to Plumlee. Barton outside. Off target from outside.
has not made another three since the one he drilled in the first, but still, you got to defend him from beyond the arc.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Devin Booker is a 20-point-per-game scorer since his second season in the league, and he knows you have to have confidence to be a great shooter. He said, know the work you've put in, trust your game. Just because you miss shots, you can't doubt yourself. They're supposed to fall, and they will if you keep shooting. Kevin?
Next shot mentality for sure. Thanks, D.A.
And if you don't get out on Murray, he will torch you. Lethal from behind the arc.
And the Denver Nuggets, you look at their improvement last year, Clark, especially on their home court.
Yeah, you know, they owned the NBA's fourth best home record last season, Kevin. Went 31-10, and, you know, some of it obviously is the altitude, but also when you've got younger players, they play better at home because they're not quite emotionally mature enough to be consistent on the road yet.
Now Murray, after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Basket good. Ayton's got his first bucket of the night.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked. You're toast. They learned that lesson there.
And that one's good. Millsap.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
Suns trail by 18. Booker outside. Okobo sinks the triple. 7 points in the game.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Barton against Booker. Murray kicks to Leiden. Pulls it up. It's hauled in by the Suns. Booker outside. No good with the triple. The Nuggets leading by 15.
And already his third foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the third quarter.
A different look for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee, and it's Isaiah Thomas in for Will Barton. Thomas passes to Millsap. Looks for Thomas, gets it to him. There's the pass to Leiden. 5 on the clock. Jokic a screen. And it's Murray penetrating. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got rebound number 5 here tonight. In the corner, Daniels. The rebound by Leiden.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Thomas, good, and the assist goes to Murray. Thomas got 5 points in the quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And Millsap, for his size, a pretty good rim protector.
Knocked loose. Holmes with the steal. Booker dishes to Daniels. From deep, Devin Booker, and that's good. Booker's got 5 points so far.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Over to the left wing. Jackson against Millsap. Over Jackson. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. And the call up against Jokic. That'll be his second foul of the game. Trey Lyles checked in for Denver. Cannony's checked in for the Suns. Suns trail by 14. Pass to Daniels. Pass to Jackson. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 6.
And when he's this close to the bucket, he's dangerous. You got to find a way to keep Jackson away from the goal.
Thomas kicks to Murray. Jackson against Lyles. Lyles with the screen. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Thomas. And the Nuggets lead by 14.
Jokic has such nice instincts for a big guy. Knows exactly when to shoot off the catch.
Last outing for Denver, they won that game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Ariza outside. Stolen. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's deflected.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Yeah, that's a good observation on your part, Greg. Fewer free throw attempts for them this quarter. And the danger is they can't afford to get too comfortable out there because they've got the lead. Otherwise, it might start to get away from them.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
2 shots.
The first one falls.
And, you know, early on, Murray has proven to be an impressive scorer. Now he just needs to improve as a passer and defender.
Both shots good from the stripe.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
For Phoenix, they have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Right side, Thomas. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's the Denver Nuggets. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with Coach Mike Malone. How has ball movement opened up things for you offensively?
Every game we have where we get into a one-on-one game, over-dribbling, not passing, we become very easy to guard. The good thing about tonight is the ball is moving. We're trying to make plays for each other. When we move the ball, we get high percentage shots, which is all we can ask for.
Thanks very much for your time, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. 1 half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Jamal Murray had a huge first quarter. He had 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 8 assists. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
They looked like they were playing an easy game of pitch and catch out there. The playmakers and finishers were in sync on every level. The assist disparity, now that was big. Now that's the reason why it's a blowout right now, and they play well.
Shaq, what'd you think about Phoenix?
Their field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
The lights of downtown Denver shimmering in the background as we welcome you back to the Mile High City and the Pepsi Center. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, you know, good things happen when he cuts to the rim, Greg, and you cut into the heart of the defense like that, makes things easy.
Well, We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. The Nuggets leading by 15. Inside, it's the talented pair of Millsap and Jokic. Murray and Harris, the guards. And it's Porter in at the small forward. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. He's off from 17 feet. The Suns shooting poorly, just 35% so far.
And if you look at the numbers for Devin Booker last season, I mean, he upped his assists and rebounding, his scoring and shooting percentages. He has continued to impress with his development.
Here's Harris following the score by Phoenix. Here's Jokic, and it's blocked.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim. And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Now here is Harris. He feeds it to Porter. Shoots over Warren. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And Greg, if you know anything about Devin Booker, so dedicated to his craft. What's next for him, you think, in taking his game to the next level?
No doubt. I think it starts at the defensive end. I mean, he's one of the league's best at scoring the basketball, but defensively, I think that's going to be the challenge if he wants to become truly an elite player.
Here's Murray. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Murray kicks to Jokic. Inside, Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
You know, when he's got the position he wants inside, he's committed to throwing it down. And Millsap, he's got a nice vertical on him, too.
Now here's Booker. He's got 9. Over Harris. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Left side, Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Harris has got 8 points.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Anderson outside. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And the shot by Warren, no good.
Well, at best, the defense was average. I mean, he must make sure to finish these layups. Got to make those.
And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Millsap is a quiet kind of a guy, but I like seeing him take over offensively, and he can be streaky after he connects on a few, though. You know he's in the zone.
Phoenix calls timeout.
Start it.
And Michael Porter, he has the natural attributes of an elite scorer.
He's got incredibly deep range. You can see that all the way back in high school. Almost automatic for mid-range, and as he adds strength, he'll become a force inside as well. And let's take a look now at the stats for Paul Millsap. Good season for him last year. He was around 14 points a game last year, 6 rebounds and 2 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
Anderson with the ball. He's picked up by Millsap. Booker with no one around. Phoenix no good that time either.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Suns trail by 17. 3-pointer. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5-for-11 night.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Murray, the pass to Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assist. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch. Good job putting the pass in front of him, throwing it where he's supposed to be, not where he is, paving the way right to the bucket.
The Nuggets leading by 14. Harris outside. To the inside. Murray dishes to Porter. Shoots over Warren, and there's another one for the Nuggets.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
Kicks it to Ayton. Okobo. He's covered by Murray. Can't connect from short range. Back to Harris. To the wing on the left. Murray, the pass to Porter. Shoots over Warren. Porter, no luck. Suns trail by 16. Booker outside. Over Murray. Second shot opportunity. Ayton. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Murray outside. Pass to Harris. And stolen by Ayton. Warren with the ball. Now guarded by Murray. Warren kicks to Anderson. His three-pointers off the mark. The Nuggets leading by 14. Murray dishes to Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Harris has got 7 now in this quarter.
They're up right now because he's been dominant on offense, and man, I like seeing him catch fire like this.
Anderson against Millsap. Anderson passes to Booker. Just 5 on the clock. Anderson the screen. Using the screen. Booker. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Murray kicks to Millsap. Double team on Millsap. Back to Murray. And stolen by Ayton. Here's Warren. Offensive rebound. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. Clark, when you played some tremendous talent at the forward position, as you go back in your Rolodex, who was the toughest matchup for you?
Well, I look at some of the names of guys that I played against. Mark Aguirre, Larry Bird, obviously Kevin McHale in Boston. Calvin Nat was terrific with Portland at the time. Marcus Johnson in Milwaukee. Bernard King in New York probably was the toughest guy I had to deal with because he was such an animal and beast as a scorer and was relentless in his movement without the ball. He was probably the hardest guy I had to check.
There's some great names there.
Yeah, big-time scores at that forward position.
Here's Lyles. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Suns trail by 16. Launches it. And there's Ariza. That's good on the assist by Warren.
Man, watching Ariza pull the trigger from outside, he is a skilled sniper from deep.
Now here's Thomas. 10 points for him. He kicks to Plumlee. Barton in the corner. Goes back up. And the dunk by Lyles.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Now here's Barton. He's got 5. Plumlee with a screen on Warren. Here's Thomas. Here's Lyles. Another shot. They shoot again. That's tipped. And here's Ariza. In the corner, Daniels. Three-pointer. Doesn't go for him. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. Here's Thomas to the paint. Here's Barton. Here's Plumlee. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got 11 rebounds in the game. Wyden's checked in for Gary Harris. Suns trail by 15. Daniels with it. 5 points in the game. Jackson a screen on Barton. Takes the three. It's hauled in by Lyles. Denver's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the three ball well. There's Thomas with the three. Rebound by the Suns.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And the basket is good.
And really all credit to the pass there. I mean, he angled it just right. Set up the basket beautifully.
The Nuggets leading by 13. Wyden kicks to Barton. There's the pass to Plumlee. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
Shoots an impressive percentage from inside now. I like watching Barton do his thing from this area.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Barton no good on the free throw.
And, you know, these second-round picks that sometimes emerge as outstanding players, Will Barton a case in point. As a matter of fact, he can give you the handbook for being an outstanding second-round pick because he's really pretty good at just about everything you need to do on the basketball court.
And Denver has possession. Phoenix able to drain the three. Pass to Lyles. And the dunk by Lyles.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
Suns trail by 14. And talking about Barton, you look at the body type, the game that he plays, Clark, well built for the modern era of pro basketball.
Yeah, especially since he's added some strength, Kevin. He can guard 1 through 3. You can't push him around as much as you once could. And, of course, this guy does not lack for confidence.
Here's Wyden, an easy layup after coming off the pick. Wyden's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies and wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Thomas's shot is off.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, he has been, and he's got to find his stroke because he's holding back his team as a result of his poor shooting.
Now, here's Thomas, following the miss by Trevor Ariza. Thomas, no luck.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Yeah, you know what? I think eventually he will find his rhythm because he is off right now, but all it takes is one hoop, and you're back in rhythm.
Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Jackson. Denver's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. It's Barton on the wing. Back to Thomas. Fast break, here come the Suns. Daniels is running, got a hand on it. The 17-footer. Thomas's shot is off.
That's a good shot. Even though it couldn't find the bottom of the bucket, I like the shot quality.
Daniels dishes to Jackson. And stolen by Thomas. Pass to Wyden. It's stolen by Ariza. Here's Jackson. Lays it up and banks it in. Jackson's got 7 now in this quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Outside Thomas. Passes it to Wyden. For the 3. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Daniels.
Hey, major props to Josh Jackson.
He got it! He got it!
Wow, what a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How'd he get that one to go?
I don't know, but I think that's a 2% shot. he'd make 2 out of 100 of those if you gave them to him.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be back with you shortly. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can patch.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. Suns trail by 7. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. We've got Josh Jackson. He's out there with Rashawn Holmes. Isaiah Cannon is out there with Trevor Ariza. And it's Daniels in at the shooting guard. Now, here's Holmes. Cannon can't hit. Here's Barton. Outside Thomas. And again, Denver with the triple.
And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Outside Jackson. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Denver calls timeout. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. Booker, he's checked in for the Suns. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey guys, well, Mike Malone talked to his team during that last timeout. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Kevin?
Well, Isaiah Thomas met with a lot of teams in free agency before deciding on the Nuggets. And it just wasn't a great market for IT after coming off such a rough season. Had to settle for a short-term deal to show he could still be an impact player.
And he makes the first. And Isaiah Thomas always line up at point guard, Clark, but it's a far cry to call him a traditional point guard.
Yeah, I would say that would be the case, Kevin. I agree with you. I mean, he is more score-centric than pass-centric. And that's fine. In this day and age, a lot of point guards are that way. He's an excellent passer, but when he has the ball, he's first looking to score it. He passes off his scoring ability. That's not always the easiest approach to integrate into an offense, but I'd rather have him than not in most cases.
Much better job of just taking care of the basketball, really putting the onus on the defense.
And Phoenix making a change here. Anderson's checked in. The Nuggets leading by 10. To the left wing. For 3, Murray. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got 3 assists in the game. Well, Phoenix shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Booker. It's tipped. Millsap passes to Porter. Kicks to Murray. To the left wing. And here's Millsap from the arc. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Down low. Cannon can't hit. Denver's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Wide open look here for Murray. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Suns trail by 13. Here's Cannon. The pass to Jackson. And here is Holmes. They set the pick. Dishes it to Booker. Yep, it counts. Booker's got 9 points here in the second half.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Millsap. Holmes with the steal. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth, and it's good for 2.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Jokic with it, guarded by Holmes. On the wing, Porter. Shot clock at 6. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Jackson, and he banks in the layup.
Despite the troubles he had in the first half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's getting it going.
Thomas. The Nuggets with another miss.
Tell you, that is not what they want. A contested jump shot, defense right on him. You need to get a better shot than that.
And Booker kicks to Anderson. Over Murray. And with that, the Denver lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Ryan Anderson.
And this offensive explosion has narrowed the gap.
Almost happened too late, partner. I mean, their offense didn't come alive until they were nearly out of it, but it is alive now.
And it's Murray penetrating.
Well, he was the 6th pick in the draft not too long ago, Jamal Murray, and started slowly, which can happen for a lot of young guys. Shooting percentages were down, turnovers up, but everybody knew he could still shoot.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Suns.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Free throw good, Murray. And Clark discussing Murray. This is a guy with truly deep range.
Yeah, in the gym range, Kevin, and his shooting motion stays consistent no matter where he shoots the ball from. I think his best trait, shooting the ball, is one that every team craves.
Gary Harris is checked in for Denver. And so Murray nails both of them. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. On defense, the Nuggets. Yes, that goes in. 18 points for Devin Booker.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Murray, the pass to Millsap. Back to Murray. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Plenty of daylight on that shot. And it's 7 points for Jokic.
Boy, the mid-range J of Jokic, I like it a lot. I mean, you got to D this guy up from that area, or he'll scorch you.
Okobo, he's covered by Murray. Anderson can't get it to go. The Nuggets leading by 7. Porter kicks to Harris, and that's a foul called on T.J. Warren. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Jokic passes to Millsap. Back to Jokic. That's good, and it's Millsap with the assist. Millsap's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, doing a little bit of everything. Millsap terrific at moving the ball, sensing when a teammate has a good look. It doesn't stick with him.
Now here's Ayton. That's tipped to the paint. Here's Warren, and it's Warren with the jam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Murray, no good. Suns trail by 7. On the wing, Booker. Denver grabs the miss. Millsap's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Murray outside. Millsap sets the pick for Murray. Over to the left wing. Got a hand on it. And the call up against Jokic. That's his third foul of the game. Phoenix has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Booker against Harris. Using the screen. Booker. Here's Anderson. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Anderson's got 4 points in the quarter. The Nuggets leading by 5. Murray left side. Harris outside. Takes it from 10. And there's Millsap. That's good on the assist from Harris. Harris has got 3 assists tonight.
Decisive on the catch-and-shoot jumper from Millsap. He's not going to let that opportunity go to waste.
Outside Warren. There's the dish to Ayton. Just 5 on the clock. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Just great awareness there from Ayton. Understands the game plan and reads the game so well.
Harris against Booker. Harris kicks to Jokic. There's a screen. Millsap sets the pick for Jokic. He dishes it to Millsap. Lets a floater go. No good. This number 7. He's made 8 from the field. Okobo. He's covered by Murray. Porter with the steal. And now the Nuggets, last break, jumps up, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
And sometimes it just seems like Millsap can't mix. The size, the mobility, the quick thinking. This is how he can take over games.
Suns trail by 7. Okobo. He's covered by Murray. Ayton dishes to Booker. The shot comes out. Good work defensively by Millsap. Nuggets have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%. No good. Shot missing. The Suns go the other way with it.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Now here's Murray. Over Anderson. And that one's good. Millsap. Millsap's got 20 points.
Yeah, and he's connecting on a lot of his shots here, shooting a high percentage from the field, really giving his team a boost.
To the middle, Jokic with the steal. Murray the pass to Millsap. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Suns trail by 6. Outside Warren. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you could ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he plays with no fear, and he certainly knows how to put the ball in the basket.
Here's Millsap, following the basket by T.J. Warren. Murray. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. And that's now 20 points for Jamal Murray.
Boy, he's so quick coming off these screens. Let Murray get any kind of space to shoot, and you're done.
And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
Denver on D. Here's Warren, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
The Nuggets leading by 4. Murray outside. Knocked loose, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Millsap against Anderson, and it's sent back by Millsap.
Pretty cool to see Millsap turn shots back. I mean, he's a mobile, athletic, big man who is taking pride in his defensive work.
Murray kicks to Harris. Porter in the corner. That three off the mark. Well, Phoenix shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Jokic with the steal. Murray outside. Feeds to Millsap. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Millsap's got 22 points.
And that's why Millsap has all those zeros at the end of his pay stub, fellas. Comfortable stepping up, especially when his team needs a big hoop.
The offensive rebound. Second chance shot. A three from Anderson. Phoenix with a new shot clock.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard. Gets them another possession and allows them to run even more clock.
Now Millsap. After Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer. Murray kicks to Jokic. Back to Murray. Three-pointer. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And with Murray, you have an all-around score. Somebody who feels comfortable shooting from just about any spot on the floor off the catch or dribble.
Now here's Booker. Count the basket. Booker's got 18 points just in the second half.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 10 rebounds.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
Phoenix calls timeout. They trail by 7. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul Millsap.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play. And this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. .52 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Anderson, a screen on Harris. Okobo connects. And now they trail by just 4.
Where was the defense? Come on now. Where was it? No idea how they gave up that open look.
This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
The kick out to Porter. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Clock's ticking. They got to get up a shot.
No time to waste at all. Gotta let it go fast.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing him deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
Timeout called. The Suns, they're behind by 4. 20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
Whatever it is, got to be fast. I mean, can't waste any time at this point.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Booker kicks to Anderson. Yes!
And Anderson, boy, Kevin, is a key player for this squad. I mean, he prepares himself for these moments, delivering in a big way.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Hey, I think that should do it. You know, got to give him credit. He came through when it mattered most.
Okobo, but he gets it back. A three from Warren misses there.
An active player who just takes pride in his defense. Porter is solid at contesting shots with that reach.
So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Mason Plumlee. A lot of points tonight. What was working so well offensively?
Well, we're sharing the ball so well. It's fun to watch, I'm sure, but we have possessions where every guy might touch the ball almost twice. So when you get movement like that, it's hard to guard, and it's a fun way to play.
You did have the defense on its toes tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.